guys, it's Debbie, and I'm going to work on a very large kind of pour painting today. You're going to see it's something kind of different than what I normally do. I have a big canvas here. It's going to be 24 by 48, and I have several different colors of paint here mixed up, and it's rather thin. I have mixed these paints. They're various kinds. I kind of had to clear off the table because this painting takes the whole thing. But the majority of them are tube paints, Liquitex tube paints. Blah. Anyways, Liquitex tube paints. But the brown one is one of those little jars of oh God, those little things that you buy, a little jar, but rather cheap paints, like $1 for a little container, craft paint, I guess it is. That's what this brown is, and the white is latex. So, anyways, so we have a little bit of a different kinds of paint. It doesn't really matter what you use. Now, I have mixed these all with pouring mediums, golden pouring medium, and so. And when you mix with the pouring mediums, you can make them a little bit more translucent. So when it's done, that's what my goal is. So I put quite a bit of pouring medium in all these, and then I put some water in them because I want to get a water effect. Hopefully when it dries, we're going to have the effect of maybe splash and diving into some water. That's my goal, but we'll see if that works. So, but the colors, that's why I've mixed up the colors this way. So that's what hopefully the end effect will be. So anyways, I'm going to pull you down and get the canvas all set up. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so it always takes a couple minutes to get that. With this large of a painting, it's kind of hard to get it on the screen and have it close up. So anyways, over here I have I'm going to try to go nice and slow because it seems like I tend to spill when I'm making a video. But I've got a few different colors of blue here and a brown, and at the end I will mix up some black to put on this painting. Okay, so this is not completely dry, but it's pretty close to being dry. Hopefully it's dry enough to do what I want to do with it. It should be. Alright, so I've mixed all these colors up, and they're ready to go. And this is going to go really fast. Well, the end part might not be. Whoops. Now, these paints sometimes you need to re-stir them right before you're getting ready to paint. So with this type of painting, you probably should have a good idea of what, like I have all my colors, I have my plan. I'm wanting it to look like some water, and so that's the goal. I'm going to add the dark colors at the end, the darker. Okay, so let's see. Well, maybe I'll start with the dark blue. I'm hoping I mixed up enough paints to do this. You never know. So right now, all I'm going to do is gently cover this canvas with these colors. And then, once I get it covered, then I'm going to start drawing in some lines that I want, try to give it more of a direction of the way I'm going to be heading. But right now, that's not my goal. Is just to kind of cover this canvas, the part I'm going to work on first. Now, sometimes if you're going to work with a lot of colors, my suggestion is to try to work, not the whole thing at once. But that may be what works for you. But sometimes for me, that's not what works. So, anyways, these are all pretty wet. And so, because I'm going to want the light coming in from up here, I'm going to keep some of the lighter colors up this way. And what I might end up doing is making, depending on how much I got, because it's hard to judge on this, I may have to make some more, mix up some more colors here. But we'll see. I am such one that wants to stick my hands in anyways, so I try to use stuff to lay it on, but I don't know. Are you one of those people who like to feel, I don't know, I've always done that. Only recently I started wearing gloves all the time. Okay, guys. I'm not going to worry too much about this in here right now because this is where I'm going to come in with some of the darker color is over in here. So, alright, so now you're going to need a lot of paper towels to do this. And I suggest you start smaller and test your colors. It's the only thing I can say. I use so many different kinds of colors because I have a huge variety, and when I go to paint, depends on what color I have. If I have enough, what color I want to use. If I have a lot of blue of one brand, or it just depends. And I've had I've purchased over the years so many, many, many colors. This room was, drawers and shelves are full. Okay, of paints. But now I'm starting to use them all up, and they're getting old. Oh my God. I need to buy all new now. Alright, so I've spilled a lot of paints in the past, so what I'm going to do is take all my paints over to the edge of the table, and all I'm doing right now is you're going to use a lot of water for this. A lot. Mainly the water is just going to sit on top and move the top layer around. So try to keep away from those paints. I'm telling you, whenever I'm making a video, it seems like I want to spill stuff all over because I try to rush it. Very important that when you get these colors all mixed up. So, oh, did I tell you I'm using golden pouring medium. You can use whatever pouring medium you want. They all work. They all work good. Okay, it's getting a little, imagine being under the water now. Oh boy. So, I just want to make it just a little bit of, you'll see in the end what I'm trying to do. For me, this is what I'm feeling like I need to do right now. I'm trying to give it a little movement. And now, there's a couple different ways you could probably, I'm trying to do water, but the end effect, you can do a lot of things with this type of painting. So I want mine to look a little like water flowing and, thought I would splash it a little bit there, but it didn't quite work. throw maybe a little brown in here. Just trying to, I know it doesn't look like anything yet. And who knows, it may not look like anything in the end. I'm sure hoping it does. I'm just creating a little bit of movement. Sorry, you guys, get a look at the table. Huh. Turn around here. Okay. Well, I haven't used any yellow yet, so I need to get a little bit of this in there. Painting with water, not brushes. Oops, spilled that already. Gotta move my paints back. Keep it down at this end. Okay. See, it's starting to look a little more under the sea. So that's what we want. Some of you might have thought we weren't going to get here. This is a very out of control type of painting, that's for sure. Get back over there, guys. Getting a little closer. We're working our way there. Slowly. Not really. For a big painting like this, it's not fast, kind of a fast way to paint. I didn't like that line in there, that's why I just doubled that there. And Now, it is a good idea, like sometimes I'll pre-mix a lot of my paints. If you're going to do this, now here in the middle, because it's a canvas that's been repainted, it's starting to come through some of the little texture. I'm out of this size, or else I would have started it on a new one. That's not good. Put that thing out of the way. I don't want that to happen again. Okay. Alright, so come on. Come on. Just want a little bit of this. Oh, there it went a lot. But not that much right there. I gotta remember to keep these way over. Because I get involved in the painting and then I'm not paying attention where I've set my paint. So next thing you know, I've flipped them over. Whoops. If you don't have a floor that's already been ruined by the paint, be aware. Alright, so now, I'm not sure if I have enough paint on or if I want to do this yet, but I'm going to give you a little idea of what, I want to move it a little bit, All I have is a little bit of a heat gun here. It's not a real hot one. It's an artisty one. And I'm just moving my paints just a little bit. Now, what I normally am going to do is save this for the end. I do that, but I was just right there. I was wanting to move that a little bit. A bunch of there. I just want to get some of that paint off of there. Okay. I needed to thin it so it wasn't so thick in one spot. Okay. So now before I add my final colors, all the dark colors, I want to make sure that much what you're going to be doing is you're going to be moving this until you get it to a design you like. And that's what I'm looking at here right now. But I don't want to add too much of my final colors, which are going to be brown and black. I don't want them on here until I'm pretty close, which to a design I kind of like. So, now I've used the little squirt bottles for this. I've used, it just, sometimes it depends on my mood, I guess. You know, I'll like something better for a long time and then I'll try something else and decide I like that better. So today I decided to do with the pour cups. So okay. I was hoping this one would go a little quicker than it is, but here's what it is. Okay, so for me, this is my underwater thing I like to do. So I'm sure you'll have something else, but this is what kind of works for me. Now, if you want to move it and not lift it, you can use your heat gun or your hair dryer, which hair dryer kind of put it on very low. You want to move it a little bit. Sorry, my camera stopped for a minute there. Technical difficulties again. Alright, so I just was showing you, I'm adding a little bit. Come on. I don't want to get too much on there, so. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to let this one go now. Let it dry. And hopefully, I like the way it is. So hopefully when I come back, we're going to see something similar to this as it dries. But I don't mind if it changes and moves a little bit, because it, you know, it can make its own little rivers. And I've had it do that where I've loved it. And more when it moved, but be aware if it moves too much, you know, you might want to try to keep an eye on it, what it's doing. So here's my under the sea. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, put them down below. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hi guys. Here is the finished painting. To me, it kind of looks like it's a little bit underwater, and that's what I was going for. Going for with all the water I had on it. So, anyways, guys, hope you give this one a try. It's fun to do. Talk to you later. Bye.